Hey, we are Chris and Teresa and are obsessed with all things fiber and guiding you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill, an online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and are renovating a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and our renovating progress are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things fiber, from raising the animals to the finished product and everything in between. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
Welcome to EweTube 76. So, we are going, can we start at the bottom?
We're going to start at the bottom.
We're starting at the bottom because we keep forgetting to.
We forget stuff. I don't know what happens. You know what I'm thinking?
What?
You're in a hurry, usually.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I usually let her read because
she's no, you can't read, you don't have your glasses on.
If I take my glasses off, this is how I have to read.
That'll be attractive. Okay.
So I trust Chris, and she's let me down.
I'm going to read every single thing on this piece of paper.
So we've been forgetting to ask you questions. We've been forgetting, last time we forget to answer the questions.
Idiots.
We were just focused on 75 last time.
We are starting with our upcoming events. Our grand opening is going to be July 4th through the 5th, 2021. Pre-booking will be starting very soon. And we have a whole bunch of stuff planned. Yes. We have a free concert and we have a dinner.
Did you say concert? A free concert?
Yeah, you said it was free. It's not free?
No.
Oh, scratch that. We have a concert for money.
When did I say it was free?
For pay.
The hot dogs.
The hot dogs are free. The 4th of July.
These are our preliminary
old-fashioned 4th of July supper is free.
Yeah. Maybe.
We have to pay for this building somehow, right? Oh, dearest. Anyway,
the first event we could think of was July. So
yeah,
we're going to have more classes and things before then.
Yeah, we
just don't have them scheduled right now.
But this is what we were telling. We had a board meeting today of the meeting of the minds, and we are planning our grand opening. We're super excited about it. So we're going to have the ribbon cutting is going to be July 1st. So.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Everything's supposed to be done the 1st of June, but we're giving ourselves a little
time,
and we have the Gnome all-school reunion here on the 26th, and we feel that it's proper for them to be the first to
stay here.
Yeah, and it's their school, so.
So we're gonna let them enjoy the first full week of openness.
Yes.
And then we're gonna have our grand opening. So.
Yeah. So anywho, all right, moving up.
Next
up from the
week's
bottom. Question. So the question that we have failed to ask the last 2 weeks is...
Which some of you have pointed out to us because you're waiting for the question, and for some reason we didn't ask it. So we ask a question each week and then have you answer it, and then we will give you a little prize. And then you get a prize the next time.
We draw out of all the ones that got it right.
We don't have a prize this time because we've forgotten the last 2 times.
Yes.
So,
anywho, what did Teresa forget to bring for the 1-year anniversary picture of the school? It was devastating to me.
I had to remember one thing.
It was just, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Okay, anywho, what was that
I made
object?
It right.
Yes, she did. And we'll explain that more
next time.
Yeah.
So, but we have the answer for that.
Yep. Yes, and so we have no last week's question because we forgot. We have no prize winner then because we forgot. So
I'm already going to check.
We're on to our questions. Okay, starting at the bottom. Okay, an answer to a past question. We had a question about a needle felting pad that is
the brush needle felting
the brush
pad.
Yeah, it's a very common one. You can find them at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. It's made by a Clover company.
You used to find them at Dakota Fiber Mill.
Yeah, I used to carry them. Yeah.
And I had never felt it on them, so I didn't really have an answer of how they are to use. So we did a little video.
Yeah, we took it a step further and we bought
a whole bunch of cushions.
Yeah, and we did a little review on each of them.
And we had kind of a fun evening where we spent just going felting on all those different cushions and giving you our thoughts on those cushions.
And some were fine and some were not so good. Yeah.
And so we'll give you our thoughts on that. Those are... This is kind of annoying.
So I said it needs rubber feet. Got a piece of felt underneath it. There you go. There.
Much better. Oops, see, now I hit the bottom.
Oh, you broke your needle.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It does hit the bottom. Like when, I don't know, I guess I'm used to using more force, to get it through. If you were to, I have to watch myself because my needle goes through and hits the bottom of the, it goes all the way through the brush.
It hits the plastic.
Yeah, which could break your needle. I guess I'm curious about like a flat, so if I wanted to make a flat piece, I don't even know how. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Because it's not even, it almost has this.
That's interesting.
So normally on one of our cushions, I would peel it up.
Huh, look at that.
It's not, well,
it's kind of.
I would say it's kind of felting, it just seems weird.
Kind of felting.
So I guess this could be just because I'm not used to this. So I guess you can felt the flat piece. Oops, there I went out too hard and I hit the bottom. And you do have to peel.
Oh, you do. It does stick a little bit.
Nothing's sticking in there.
But it must be shoving in between them.
Oopsie, I hit the bottom again.
So you would just kind of change how you needle felt.
And I keep going through because, I'm used to punching it in, which, maybe this would be less strain on your hand.
Why would I would think, but you'd be stopping yourself.
Yeah, I keep stopping myself because I go all the way in.
No, I keep hitting the bottom.
Do you? Because we're used to just poking it in. Do you feel the wiggling of the brushes?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how you would do I'm not a very good needle felter, but
I think you need to use the multi-tool.
Okay.
I couldn't get it to go anywhere.
I'm not supposed to be touching the bottom.
Just very light.
Okay, very light.
Yep, it's like a whole learning curve. So if you've worked with foam cushion or any type of cushion, this is a learning.
Yeah, because
And if you look at the instructions, they have a special tool that has this little plastic safety thing.
Yeah. I wonder if it doesn't
help.
So
it doesn't go all the way.
Yeah, maybe the needles don't come out as far.
We didn't buy the tool, and we kind of looked on the little instructions and seen that was a thing. So this seems to be taking longer because it just has no resistance here. Where if there's something...
It's silent. I mean, there's nothing.
It's silent. Yeah. That's true. That's a good quality because a lot of people don't like the sound.
Yeah.
And I do believe it's taking longer. It seems like it needs a little resistance to speed it up. So if this surface was a little harder, maybe it speeds it. Oh, see, and I keep hitting the bottom.
Okay, now look at this.
Oh,
I think the needles do stick out. Don't stick out as far.
Okay, so if you buy their tool, it would work better.
Yeah.
Is what we have just learned.
Yes.
I still think that it felt faster when there's more resistance. There seems to be like more poking needs to be done.
And less
to get the job done. Yeah. I guess my overall thought is if you have one of these, they will work.
Yep.
And I mean, if that's all you've ever used, you won't have this learning
Yeah.
problem like we have.
Yeah.
Where we're used to a certain resistance.
Yep.
And didn't really stick down
Yep.
to the brush.
So there we go.
So, and where is this made? Did we figure that out?
Made in Japan.
Okay, so this one is made in Japan.
Yeah.
If
And
you're
it's-
curious, and it's
yeah.
the clover. What is it called exactly?
It's the clover needle felting pad, large.
Yes. It's the large clover needle felting pad, which you can find most anywhere. I know
Yeah.
I've seen them everywhere. I
Michael's.
got this one on Amazon.
Yep.
And it's sold for,
$19.95. That's what I used to sell them for. Was
Okay.
$19.95, but
that's the price on these.
yep.
So that's what this one is
All
all
right.
about.
So there's our pros and cons of the clover needle felting mat.
So we did we used the brush cushion. It's not a cushion. The brush needle felting
Mat. I
pad
think they
mat
called it a
thing.
mat. Yeah.
And we gave you our thoughts on how it was to use, and then coming soon is the video on
all of them.
all of them, on our
Yep.
thoughts on using all of the different ones.
Yeah.
And as you know, we make our own felting cushion, so it was
It was fun.
yeah.
It was fun.
It
to
was
use all the
educational
different-
educational for us as to how they all worked, and if there's any ways to improve ours or what we would change on ours. But we're
Yeah.
pretty happy with ours.
Very happy with ours. Yeah.
Turns out.
Yeah. All right. Onward. Can the public come to the store when you have classes, even though they're not in the class? And currently, because we are still one of these weeks, we'll actually be done with this gym completely, and we'll have open hours again. But right now, the store is set up in the gym, and we are open by appointment only right now. If we have a class, the participants of the class are more than happy to shop and whatnot when they're here. But otherwise, if you want to come out, we're here Tuesdays and Thursdays pretty much all day.
But we'd still like
Yep.
you to call first,
Yeah.
because we're not here all the time, and we're not.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not for sure.
Yeah, and we
But
do,
we
we
would
do
love
have
to have
meetings
you if
scheduled,
you-
so on and so forth. So yeah, we'd love to have you come in. And yeah.
And just keep in mind that right now the gym is a mess. We are operating our
Disaster.
businesses out of the gym. So we have a carter here. We have all of the things out of my basement that assembling kits and shipping our online orders. And then they are working on the other half of the gym, removing the ceiling and the insulation that was wet and replacing it. So there's a plastic coming down the middle.
Plastic barrier.
And there's also dust all over everything.
Everywhere.
So we try to, keep things clean, but it's almost embarrassing for us to have people come in, and
a
we're
mess.
like, we're trying to. It feels like you're inviting people into your messy house, and we don't like that. So
But we still. Yes, we would love it. If you want to come, if you want some shopping to do, absolutely, we'd love for you
get
to
a hold of us, and we will schedule a time that works for us, and then we would
Yes, yep,
gladly let you in.
absolutely.
And hopefully this is done soon.
Yeah,
This part, or they're fixing.
yeah,
The mess isn't going to go away until we move into the school.
yeah,
Because we're going to continue to operate our businesses out of
yeah.
here.
But once this construction is done in the gym here, we can give it a good cleaning, and we won't have this constant dirt. Anywho, all right. Will visitors in 2022 be able to see lambs? And possibly, hopefully. That's all we can say right now on that. We're going to have, do you plan to have resident sheep at the school, in the same question? And yes, absolutely, we plan to have resident sheep at the school. And those will be wethers, which are castrated males that we will have here at the school. And we'll have alpacas which will be castrated males, because we're not going to be doing breeding here of the
We don't want to do
the
breeding.
education herd. So it's just basically for education.
We want to keep all the ewes at our farm,
Yep.
and we have considered doing tours of the farm, especially in the spring when there's lambing. So if you're coming a ways and
Yep.
you are really excited about seeing lambs,
Yeah, that's something we'll arrange. So
we're considering having tours of the farm.
Yeah, and then you can see all the little dudes running and playing and having fun.
And that's usually the end of March, beginning of April.
Gals and dudes.
And so those are all at my farm where we do all the lambing, and we could have some here doing, having lambs, but they need 24-hour surveillance. They do have problems, and so we have cameras in our barn, and so they're the safest if we keep them at my farm and take care of them there and are watching them 24 hours a day. We're here. We just want to keep an educational herd on the different types of sheep but
fiber animals.
We are thinking that we could bring some lambs because we do understand why you would want to see them because they're adorable.
Yes, they are.
I will be sharing lots of videos and pictures of all the lambs, and again, we'll be doing tours and things. So
we'll see.
And there's always, you just never know what's going to happen with the sheep, and so it would just be hard to have them right here. Just a little too risky. We want to keep them safe and traveling, bringing them back and forth isn't a good idea tough. Either. It's hard on them.
Tough on the ewes.
So, if anything, we would bring you to the farm.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yep. And then, did you forget about a question this week? Yes.
Of course
2
we
weeks
did.
in a way. Yes. How did Chris come about using a giant potato masher?
Good question.
To mash wool? Here it is.
It's giant.
There it is. This is the beauty. I went through 2 or 3 different ones, and this one is all stainless steel. And the chrome ones don't work because they're in the scour agent so much that eventually it just starts wearing away the chrome coating on it. And so this works beautifully.
So if you're curious how she uses that, we do have how we wash wool video. You can find that on YouTube. How to wash, I think it's how to wash a raw fleece.
Yes. And how I came to have this, because when I first opened my mill back in 2009, I was a office manager of an assisted living center. I took care of the residents. I also did all their office work there. And I was at the restaurant supply store picking up items for the kitchen in the assisted living center that I worked in. And I was running my mill in the evenings and on the weekends, and I came across this puppy, and I said, oh my goodness, how perfect would that be for mashing the bag, because I bag them in bags, and for pushing it down into the hot water, because it's such a large surface to do that with, and because the water's hot. You don't want to stick your hands in there. Nope, and so I went through a couple, just regular potato mashers, and they work okay, but you have to, push it down so much because they're so much smaller, whereas this, it's so big. It works beautifully. Yes. So that's my potato masher story. and I love it. So, and if you wash a lot of wool in your sink even, or in a tub, a potato masher like this works amazing. $30 through Amazon.
And again, if you want to know how it's done,
yes, exactly.
The wool washing video is very helpful.
And we can even sell you the scouring agent, which is amazing, Echo Scour. So
she walks you through the entire process from beginning to end on how she does. She washes all her wool in the mill.
Yeah. Yes. And can they start finishing the mill before the upper levels are done, just to get Chris moved in there sooner? Oh my goodness, we have begged and begged and begged.
So this is a question we should ask Jimmy the next time he's on. So if you watched last episode,
we're bringing Jimmy back. Yeah,
Jimmy was on, and he is our site superintendent.
Yes, he is. He's the one in charge here.
Him,
I've begged,
and he says no.
Not until we get our OC. It's called our occupant certificate
of occupancy. So maybe, the next time we have him on, which we're hoping to do again, we can have him talk about why that's important.
Yes, exactly. But we did move our cart. I'm kind of jumping up here, so anyway.
Great.
We did move our carder. One of our carders we moved last week here, and it's here. So, and I was a little concerned about the humidity, and I was right. The humidity is low here. With the high ceilings and how we heat the gym. But we're able to use our anti-static agent, spritzing it on the fiber as it enters the carder, and it's working, and it was
going most of the day today. It was a lovely thing to hear.
It was wonderful, yes. So we were simultaneously processing fiber in 2 locations today, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mill was carding wool, and the school was carding wool.
It was great. So so that was cool. Yep. And our product feature.
I'm scared that you've jumped ahead. I gotta double check.
Why don't you just put your glasses on, silly dilly?
I don't know.
And our featured product is our Dakota Sole and Dakota Sole Plus insoles that we have talked about in the past, but we just have done a little marketing video on why you would love and will
Give
love.
us the 3 reasons.
Yes.
Do you remember them?
Warmth, comfort, and moisture wicking. Yes. With the added bonus, which one? Of odor eating. Because these totally destroy foot odor. It's amazing. So, anywho, these are 100% alpaca insoles that we make right here. And
in our mill.
Out of our alpaca. And they're so extremely wonderfully cozy, warm. And I'm not supposed to say how they have cured my plantar fasciitis because we don't want any doctors getting mad at me, but they sincerely, they're amazing. Yeah.
And like we did this little video on so she talked all about these and how they're made and why you'd want them and how to cut them out and put them in your shoes. And then she held up what was it, a Croc? And he said, and so I don't like these because they're so uncomfortable. But if you put these in there, they'll be comfortable. And then she held up what was it?
And then she yelled at me.
Boots.
Yes. And the dance goal.
And they're so uncomfortable, and your feet, and they're rubbery, and the feet get so sweaty.
And she's like, you can't say that. We're going to have muck boots and dance go and anywho.
So we corrected that. It's a really nice little cute video. So you should watch it.
Yes, so we narrowed it down to warmth, comfort, and moisture wicking with the added bonus of odor eating. So
yes,
anywho,
she got that down.
Got that down finally.
Yeah, it's kind of a cute video, so you want to watch it.
It's on our YouTube.
Share it with anybody that might be interested.
They are truly wonderful. They really are.
Yeah. So we've been doing like little product videos of all of the things that we make, so that we can explain how they're made and that they're made all right here from our alpaca
animals
or our sheep.
We're not importing anything. We are raising it lovingly, and
and we are processing it
right here
in an eco-friendly way.
Yes, and so we hope all will come and visit us and see the whole process and meet the folks that are the folks. I guess the flock
the flock folks
that gives us their dear fiber.
Such as Oodles and Noodles.
Oodles and Noodles is here. Well, I still have years worth of everybody else that I had. So so busy processing other folks that I never processed my own. So slowly we're eating away at it now. So
if you want to see the video on the insoles, you can check that out on it's on a product Shepherd Industries product playlist on our YouTube.
Can't you do a little
there's a
linky thing here?
Thing.
That's on there? Okay, over here?
It'll show up.
Right here? Okay. All right.
I can't quite picture where it's going to be.
Somewhere up here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, onward. Last year, nothing. 2 years ago, nothing. Plain and simple. Nothing went on.
2 years ago.
Oh, that's right.
I did see, this is what she does. She doesn't read. So we couldn't find anything happening at the school last year or 2 years ago. But I did see this cute little video of my kitty.
Dearest.
Who likes wool. really loves
crawled into the
bag of wool that I had just gotten from Chris,
Yes.
that she had processed, and I'd gotten it home, and he crawls into the bag of roving and snuggles in there. And you never know where he is, but there he is in the wool bag.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I have lots of, if you follow me on Instagram, I have lots of pictures of Dearest.
Dear
Loving
Dearest.
wool. Yeah,
Yes, Dearest is also featured in our wool pillow.
yes, he's in the wool pillow picture
Yes,
and in
yes.
the kitty toys.
The kitty toys, yes.
He's a very good model.
He is very good. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so what have we done? We did the snowman class, and yes, and we did, this was the first snowman that I have made, and I was pretty darn proud of my snowman.
She did very well.
Yeah, because my sheep, and I just don't have the level, not that my snowman was the little level of skill that her snowmen are, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Everybody did an amazing job.
And they did
an amazing job, and so different. And they had just wonderful, I mean, a couple of them put little earmuffs on their snowman.
It was fun because we set out a whole bunch of wool colors and said just have fun accessorizing your snowman when we're done.
Oh, and someone put little mittens on theirs.
Yeah, they had so much fun. And that was fun for us too to see what they would do with their snowman. So.
And the little baby daughter, she put her name, Edith, on the belly of one. So that was so much fun. Yep, so much fun. Yeah, and what is happening at the school today? What are you looking like? Where?
I'm trying to
something. They put in a door going up onto the top floor, and so for the first time, Teresa and I got to walk out onto where the guest rooms are. That was so cool. There are going to be some amazing guest rooms up there,
and with a beautiful view.
Beautiful views,
huge windows.
Huge windows. Wow.
Yeah, and so they had been working on the top floor for a while, but there wasn't a door.
There was a big scary ladder going up to it.
And we didn't really want to go up that
ceilings
ladder.
are 12 feet tall, so we didn't want to go up there.
So it was a little chilly today, so there's only a couple pictures that I snapped. But
on the two guest rooms that are right up against the outside of where the school was, the old school, outside they have the brick. The outside brick is exposed, and it's amazing.
We've heard stories of how they used to climb up onto the roof of the old school.
Off the fire escape.
And there's graffiti.
Yeah.
So they've got their names and things on the brick.
So some of you might recognize
if you did some of this graffiti.
Yes, you may know.
I don't know, but we thought it was
pretty
cool.
Yeah,
that will
and
be
there was
in some of the rooms.
nothing obscene or anything. It was just names and it was pretty cool. So it's staying. It'll be in those rooms.
When looking back on, so when we found the school and we toured other schools, there was a lot of graffiti and spray paint on other schools. Disgusting and spray paint. But when we found the Nome Schoolhouse, when we came and we walked through this jungle of trees to find the school, and when we got inside, it was just people writing their names on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
So
and so was here in a date, and it was cool. It was like God just saved it for us, and that was pretty cool.
No spray paint whatsoever. It's just people took the chalk from the chalkboard and wrote their names, which is really, really cool. And so there was evidence that people, teenagers, kids, were in there.
Along with a couple liquor bottles here and there.
Yeah, we cleaned up a lot of those. So there was evidence that there was a lot of people in here, but they were all respectful, which is amazing. It is. They didn't break the windows, and it was just because we went through a lot of schools picking out a school and they were trashed. Very tough shape. Yep, very tough shape. So this one was meant to be. And on my front at the mill, Swampy is still sick. Tomorrow, hopefully the parts they got lost. Amazon let me down. They got lost, and they're to be here tomorrow. So we were able to do some roving, some wool, because that's not quite as susceptible to humidity as a finer alpaca fleeces and whatnot. So we were still able to get a lot done. Yeah, and
we were blessed with, some of you maybe out there in YouTube land had heard that NDSU, our local university, about 3-4 years ago did, 4 engineering students took on the task of building the Dakota Fiber Mill a felting machine. And that was an amazing thing to take part of. It took them a year, and that was pretty cool. And
so they made the felting machine that helps make the insoles, the needle felting cushions, the
all
coasters,
our felted products.
The purses, the bags,
pillows,
the pillows. All those things are made with
trivets,
with the machine that they made.
And now tomorrow morning is another group of senior engineering students are coming, and they're going to improve that particular machine, build us another felting machine with improvements, because that's what engineers do, is they make improvements to the machine. So it's pretty cool. So are you going to be there tomorrow? Are you coming?
I think so. Yeah, I think I should be there taking pictures.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited. So this is the first time see what happened is there's 8 projects, 8 different companies that were chosen to have machines or something engineered for them. And then we in turn provide all the materials, so on and so forth, monetarily for this to happen. And Dakota, and we are one of them that were chosen, and we're very grateful and very excited. And tomorrow is the first time those particular students get to come to the mill and see what they're up against and what they have to do. So we're pretty excited.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting to see. I wasn't a part of the last one, so it'll be fun to see. Take pictures or videos that we can share next time.
Yes. So watch out. We'll document the process of how they go. So this will be awesome to have Teresa on board in this go around.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see, and then we'll have 2 felting machines.
Yeah,
which will up our production.
We'll up our production. So very
and one
exciting.
working extra well.
Yes.
We're counting on that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that's
what you've been working on, and what have I been working on? So Snowman class.
You've been working on a lot of other things behind the scenes
just trying to think back over the week on what I've been working on. It's just a lot of little things on the computer.
Yep. She's the computer whiz.
Getting things done behind the scenes.
Getting things listed and
it's hard to go back and say, oh, this is what I did. But
it's just a lot of business.
from pretty continuously. So
So that takes us up to the top. We did it.
So welcome to YouTube.
Yes, welcome to YouTube 76.
To the end.
Yeah. So I think we covered it all this time.
I hope so. Oh, goodness, I'm going to double check.
Oh, goodness, yes.
I think we got it.
All right, we're good. And Teresa does own another sweatshirt other than this one.
So I have noticed in the last how many episodes, this is the sweatshirt I've been wearing. So it's a little bit chilly in here, especially if we do it in the basement by clink.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Makes our nose run even.
So it seems like I'm always wearing the same clothes, but this is the sweatshirt I put on when I'm here because it's chilly.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's super cozy. Yep.
Yeah, so every time I look, I'm wearing this again, sorry. This is the only sweatshirt I have.
No biggie.
Chris is switching it up.
I switched up a lot. Well, today I did. I guess usually I'm wearing the same thing. Yeah. I kind of have a weekly outfit in the mill, which I'm going to have to change when I'm here on a daily basis.
Yeah, we usually, like when we're here, we start the day with usually working out.
Yeah.
And so we just get all sweaty and wrecked, and then we work on things, and so and then we fit a YouTube in at the very end. So if we're looking a little rough,
we have to don a hat.
That is why.
And whatnot. But anywho, thank you all for joining us. God bless you all, and we'll see you on number 77.
No, we don't have a winner.
No, because we forgot the last 2 days.
Okay, I'm trying to remember everything.
Okay, we got everything this time.
Okay, I hope so.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.